All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Monday Motivation. Hope you are doing great out there, getting ready for another awesome week of transformation. And, we've been talking about identity for the past couple weeks, and I want you to understand that is the most important thing. That is the most important place to start. Identity, because identity drives action, folks. And this week I want to talk to you about a misunderstanding that a lot of you have. A lot of you think that you're on a program. And when you think you're on a program, it's just like thinking that you need to do exercise, right? Exercise becomes something outside of you. It's a task, it's a chore. And when you think you're on a program, you're following a program, well, you see, that program becomes something outside of you. It is something you start, which means it is something you can stop. If you start something, you can stop it. You can quit it. Right? If it's outside of you, you can quit it when life gets in the way, because that is what a lot of you do. You allow your obstacles become your excuses for giving up. And believe me, I see that all the time. I talk with clients every single day who attempt to use their obstacles as excuses for giving up. I hear it all the time. I am not in the right frame of mind. I am not in an emotional space right now to do this. To do what? What exactly is this? What are you trying to do? Why do you think you're here? Do you think you're here to follow a program? If that is your mindset, then that is the mindset of failure. That is why you're more likely to fail, because you're following a program. You're following a plan. But here's the thing. You're not here to follow a program. You are the program. That is the truth. You are the program. The plan doesn't work, folks. You do. The plan doesn't work. You do. Right? That is what you must understand. I know you said, I bought this program. I don't even know how I got here. I ordered some supplements. That's really what I wanted. And now I'm here for coaching. Why do I need coaching? You need coaching because you still think you're on a plan. And our job as great coaches is to guide you to see that you're not on a plan. You're not following a plan. You are the plan. You are creating your best self. And that is where permanent results come from. Permanent results won't come from the supplements you bought. Those won't create permanent results. Yes, they're good. You'll get some results from taking supplements. But guys, permanent results will come from who you become. One of my teachers years ago taught me that you don't get what you want, you get who you become. I've been a student of personal development for 30 plus years, and I have learned that you don't get what you want, you get who you become. Why? Because the results you're looking for don't belong to you. The results you're looking for, folks, belong to the better version of you. Therefore, you must evolve. This is a process of evolution. You must go from being the caterpillar that you are to being the butterfly. The results you want are the results of the butterfly. You can't achieve butterfly results by remaining a caterpillar. And a lot of you are kicking and screaming to remain the caterpillar. You can't achieve butterfly results by remaining the caterpillar. You must evolve. You must go through that process of metamorphosis. You must metamorphosize. You must become that better version of you. You must become your future self. You must become the person who can maintain big results. There is no way losing 100 pounds and remaining the same person. Absolutely impossible for you to lose 100 pounds and remain the same person if the goal is for it to last. If you do, you will regain every last pound. I guarantee it. In 30 years, I have seen it repeatedly. About every couple of months, I have a client on one of my onboarding calls, a couple clients who say, hey, coach, I have lost 100 pounds twice. And I'm still here to lose that 100 pounds. Why? Because they're following programs. And they go from one program to the next, from one plan to the next. And they don't realize that you are the program. Programs are just tools, folks. They're blueprints, they're guides. But no program, no matter how perfect, will change your life unless you change your identity, your habits, your commitment. The program doesn't transform you. You transform you. You must create the internal shifts necessary to not just achieve big results, but to maintain big results, right? So you need to stop chasing the next perfect plan, right? You go from keto, intermittent fasting, paleo, Whole30, low carb, high carb, low fat, high fat, you name it. You believe that the magic is in the rules, the guidelines. But no, that is not the case. It is not about the right plan. It is not about the right program. The truth is, you can follow the best program in the world, and if your mindset hasn't shifted, you'll still sabotage it. You'll still quit when it gets hard, as a lot of you try to do. So far, last week, I've spoken with a half a dozen clients who attempt to quit because it's not the right time. Oh, this is not for me. Oh, I'm not in the right frame of mind. Oh, I've got a bunch of emotional stuff going on right now. I can't focus. Well, let me ask you this. Would you quit your marriage because you're not in the right frame of mind, because you're not in the right emotional space, because you're dealing with some difficult emotions right now? Would you quit your marriage because of that? Not if you want it to last. You wouldn't quit. You'll find a way to work through the difficulties. You'll find a way to use the difficulties. You'll find a way to learn and grow and work through it so that it lasts, so that it gets better. Well, that is why you're here. You're here to find a way to work through the difficulties, to use the difficulties, to not allow your obstacles become your excuses for giving up. And understand what accountability coaching is, folks. Accountability coaching is me, your coach, holding you accountable for the commitment you made. You made a commitment to be here for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, whatever that commitment is, and know that I will hold you accountable to that commitment, to the last day, to the last breath. So my answer is always going to be, no, I don't allow my clients to quit on themselves. I'm not here to support you in giving up. I'm here to support you in finding ways to move forward, to achieve the results you're looking for, to become the person you're striving to become, because you are the program, the person you're becoming. That is the goal. The goal isn't weight loss. The goal is the person you're becoming to achieve the weight goal you have and sustain it over the long term. The goal is the person you're becoming to achieve the health you want, the gut health you want, and to be able to achieve it and sustain it over the long term. That is the journey that you're on. You're not on a program, guys. You are the program. The app is not the program. The app is a tool. A lot of you think that the app is the program. The app is just the tool. The weekly calls are not the program. The weekly calls are just support. It's just a way for us to teach you. It's just a way for us to support you. It's just a way for us to help you move forward. The habits you are practicing, the mindset habits of learning to move forward, learning to use the difficulty, learning not to let your obstacles become your excuses, learning to prioritize the needs of your future self over the needs of your current self. Why? Because the needs of your current self are designed to keep you right where you are. So you must learn to prioritize the needs of your future self over the needs of your current self. You must learn to rewire your brain, because thoughts, emotion, actions, your thoughts control your emotion dictates your actions become your habits create the results you're looking for. Guys, you are the program. Right? You didn't sign up for a plan. You didn't sign up for a 3-month program. You signed up for us to guide you on this journey of self-transformation. That is what the plan is. You are the plan. You signed up for me to guide you through the process of developing the mindset habits of going from your caterpillar mind to your butterfly mind. You must adopt that butterfly mindset. That is what's going to take you where you want to go and keep you there, keep you moving in that direction. Why? Because the mindset of a butterfly is completely different from the mindset of a caterpillar. Why? Because your vantage point is completely different. A caterpillar only sees what's directly in front of it. The vantage point of a butterfly is so much more vast and all-encompassing. They see over everything, right? So you see where you are? You're just a little caterpillar right now. Your job is to become the butterfly. When you become the butterfly, butterflies don't try to return to the cocoon. Butterflies don't try to return to being a caterpillar. When you ask to quit on yourself, you're just asking to return to the cocoon and remain the caterpillar. Right? Butterflies don't remain caterpillars. Butterflies don't go back to being caterpillars. So I want you to understand, right? Stop trying to outsource your transformation to the plan. Instead, get in the habit of embodying your transformation. That is what you do. You are the program. Your habits, your choices, your daily actions, that's the program. Your rituals, your consistency, your belief system, your mindset, that is what you transform. That is what transforms you. You are the program. I need you to embody that. And when the difficulties show up, you reach out to your coach, you lean on your coach so that you can learn to use the difficulty. You can learn to transform. That is what we do, because those difficulties are the very lessons you need to learn to move forward. I guarantee you master the difficulty. You learn to use the difficulty. You get beyond the obstacles that you're facing right now, the emotional obstacles, the life obstacles, the family obstacles, the financial obstacles. You learn to get beyond those without giving up on yourself. That is where your transformation lies, guys. Your transformation is on the horizon. There, you're going to have to deal with all of these things that are showing up to get there. So just understand that our job as your coaches is not to be a part, not to be complicit to you giving up on yourself for any reason whatsoever. I tell my clients that, hey, the death is the only reason you get out of this with me. Because even if you're in a hospital bed, guess what? The very foods you need to eat are the foods that are going to help you to get healthy. You get healthier. A healthier body is a better fat-burning body. You're going to get healthy by eating. Right? If you're in a coma, I'll put your plan on pause. I'll put our plan on a pause and we pick up when you get out of it. So do you keep moving forward? And believe me, I've had clients who have achieved, every single client I've had who have achieved big things have gone through big challenges. Sometimes I call them, they're in the ER, they're in their hospital beds, they're going through big surgery, heart surgery, they've had heart attacks, strokes. But we don't let that stop them. Those are just obstacles in the way. Those are just walls. And what do you do when you come up against a wall? You build a freaking ladder. One step at a time, and every new habit you develop is a step on that ladder that will take you over that wall. That is what you do. And just know that everything I'm saying here are all past Monday motivations that you have access to, that you can go back and listen to all of these. About every single sentence I have said so far contains one of the past Monday motivations that you can go back and listen to. If you don't have access to them, ask your coach. All of my clients have access to them right there on the app. So ask your coach. Maybe ask your coach to start a Monday motivation group and to post all the Monday motivations in a group so that you will have access to them. Right? My clients do. So remember, guys, it's not about following an eating plan. It's about becoming the person who fuels their body with intention. It's not about checking off workouts on the app or habits on the app. It's about being the person who trains because strength is a part of who you are. I am healthy, fit, and strong by definition. I do the things that healthy people do. I am fit by definition. I work out. I am strong by definition. I work out. You must own the results you're looking for. You must own it as your identity. When you own your transformation, every program works. When you don't, no program works. You need to understand that. When you own your transformation through your identity, every program will work. But when you don't, no program work. So you're not here to go through the Committed Coaches program. You're not here to go through a program. You're here to transform. You are the program. You're the one I'm working with to transform. Everything else are just guidelines. So because the app is difficult, well, the app is not the program. You don't even have to use it. Right? The weekly calls, that's not the program. You are the program. So you can strip down to the bare bones and you see that where you get to, it gets to you. The habits you're practicing daily, who you're being, you owning your identity, you eating the right foods in the right amounts at the right time. You owning that you're healthy, fit, and strong, so you're doing healthy things. You're doing things that fitness people do. Your fitness becomes your physical practice. It becomes a ritual. That is what you want. You want to start by owning your identity. I am this program. I am the person who takes care of my health. I am strong. I am healthy. I am fit. Remember, identity drives action. You need to anchor everything you do in rituals. Anchor your habits in rituals. Don't depend on, the app. Don't depend on your coach to tell you what to do. Anchor your own rituals. Have a morning walk. Have a midday stretch. Evening meal prep. Weekend meal prep. These must become non-negotiable. Your workouts must become non-negotiable. They must be on your schedule. They must be things you do because they are important, because that's who you are. If you're fit, well, fit people work out. If you're healthy, healthy people eat healthy meals. There is just no other way. Healthy people follow the 80-20 rules, not the other way around. Not healthy foods 20% of the time and 80% of the time you're doing whatever you want. No, that doesn't lead to great health. So you need to anchor in rituals. That is when you're being the program. You need to focus on becoming the person you're becoming. The goal isn't to finish the program. The goal isn't to finish a 3-month, 4-month program. The goal is to evolve. Evolve into the person who no longer needs a plan to stay consistent. The goal is to evolve into the person who no longer needs a plan to stay consistent. Programs end. Identity lasts. You're working on your identity. That is the focus here. That is what we're doing here. So I want you to remember, from this day forth, I want you to start saying, I am the program. I create transformation by how I live, by the things I do on a daily basis. I am the transformation, right? The plan doesn't work, I do. I am the program. I am the transformation. I want you to repeat that to yourself every day. I am the program. I am the transformation. Now let that sink in. Because once you start to live from that place, you stop waiting for the perfect plan. You stop hopping from program to program thinking, oh, that's what's going to be the magic cure. You stop chasing strategies and start embodying transformation. You are the program. You are the change. You are the transformation. Now go live it. Hope this has been helpful.